Let's talk about motivation and why you don't specifically need it, but why I think it's important actually. And this whole, discipline is better than motivation type argument. I think that more people need a set of bollocks on them instead of just discipline or motivation or any of these kind of fancy words that we throw around in this self improvement space, whatever the fuck. Most videos you click on will be telling you go to the gym, work harder at your job. Um, I don't know, stop watching porn. Uh, don't fucking get with any girls. Gay. Most people that I know that go to the gym are not disciplined. Let me say it again. Most people that I know that go to the gym are not disciplined. They say that the gym is a discipline. Um, Personally, I don't think there's anything easier in the world than going into a nice air-conned room or even heated room if it's the winter, sitting about, doing a set of these, chilling out for 5 minutes on your phone, doing another set of these. Where is the challenge in that? I don't really understand. A lot of people have this fantasy that discipline is built in the gym, and okay, cool. If you're someone who sits at home playing video games and you've done that your whole life and you manage to go to the gym every day for a few months, well done. That is a discipline, and you've kind of surpassed that. But these people who think that they are super disciplined people just because they go to the gym is, in my opinion, pathetic. I think that it takes a lot to commit to a lifestyle like that. Don't get me wrong. Wow, well done. But a lot of people will be giving advice on things like this when not a lot of people want to be fucking massive bodybuilders. I don't give a fuck. I go to the gym to stay fit and that, but it's not like I see it as, I go to the gym because I'm really fucking disciplined. I think it's gay. I don't like the fact that people say, oh, the gym is like the best discipline form. I think it's shit. I think it bores the life out of me. Nothing more boring than laying on a bench fucking doing this. There's nothing easier than that either. It's fucking too easy. It's shit. If you told me that you were a marathon runner and that's like your discipline, I think that's very fucking hard. Or a fighter, or something that involves a bit of hard work, right? Anyway, I don't think that motivation is as minute as people say. And I don't think that discipline is as well. It's definitely important, but it's misconstrued. People don't really understand discipline nowadays because they say that, well, the gym is discipline. I don't really think it is. But also, I think the motivation is super important. Not in a literal sense. Yes, if you're disciplined enough to beat the lack of motivation, you're going to exceed whatever. But I think that motivation comes from a completely different mindset, which is having a set of bollocks or being completely obsessed and committed to something. And that takes a set of bollocks. So here's what I mean. If you're motivated to something, you are going to be 100 times better at that thing, even if you're disciplined as fuck and you do it anyway. Do it anyway. You're going to do it shit because you're not really motivated. You don't really want to do that thing. However, if you are able to get into a mindset where the thing that you're trying to achieve, whether that be in a bodybuilder, whether that's starting a business, whether that's, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever that thing you're trying to achieve is, if you make that an obsession, that will trump discipline and motivation altogether. And in fact, will more link back to a motivation, right? Because you are obsessed. You need to achieve this thing in your own head. You need to, it's almost like psychotic. You need a certain element of psychopathy to be able to achieve something that no one else can achieve. Like, let's just use starting a business as an example, or a successful one, or making millions. That takes a certain amount of obsession, which discipline alone cannot take you to, because you are, yes, you're disciplined, yes, you're getting these tasks done, whatever, but you don't have the creativity or the need or the mindset to be able to get motivated enough to push you to something you don't really want to achieve. This is why people who get pushed into high level military, or people who get pushed into high level sports are never really going to achieve as much as someone who feels the need or feels like that is their purpose in life. And you see it happen time and time again. If you are, uh, the most disciplined fucking bloke in the world, perceivably, and you go and someone dares you to achieve something or whatever, and you go, yeah, I'm the most disciplined bloke in the world, I can achieve it. I believe that person could achieve that, but I believe that the person who is motivated to achieve that would exceed the most disciplined person's need to achieve that. Does this make sense? So how do you breed motivation for something? How do you become obsessed with something so much that you have to achieve it? You have to genuinely be obsessed with it. There's no real medicine. If you want to fucking achieve something, why would you half-ass it anyway? I wanted to start a business, so I made it happen. You have to live and breathe for that thing. That exceeds discipline, 100%. That's not just a task that needs doing. A task that needs doing, yeah, discipline. That's involved with, even if you're the highest motivated person in the world, you're going to need some form of discipline because there's going to be some shit things that you have to do anyway. But the discipline needed will exceed, or the motivation needed will exceed that discipline. So, in order to achieve something that's so out of this world and no one can really do it and it seems impossible, you need the obsession, you need the bollocks, you need to have something about you to actually fully commit to it, not just say, yeah, I'm going to do this. You need to live and breathe that thing until it happens. Like, Conor McGregor is a great example. Law of attraction. Don't know what it is, look into it. Law of attraction essentially will attract you to a certain thing that you truly well believe that is going to happen. So Conor McGregor well believed that he was going to be world champion, and he made it happen. There was no other route, there was no other way that it wouldn't happen, because he was so obsessed. He had all the motivation, all the discipline in the world to be able to achieve that thing. And obsession breeds motivation and discipline. Point being, if you want to achieve something and you genuinely want to achieve something, you will make it happen. I just think a lot of people have this thing of like, oh, I want to be rich, or oh, I want to become world champion, and they don't actually. There's other things that are distracting them or more important to them. Like, I don't know, they get a fat girlfriend and they start fucking taking them out for dinner every night because they're fat. That is going to slow you down. That is something which someone who is obsessed will be willing to fucking bin off and say, no, you fat bitch, I need to achieve this. This is my life, and you're not going to fucking stop me from doing that. It doesn't matter if they're the nicest person in the world and they're, potential future wife, soulmate, whatever. My purpose is this, not you. So therefore, I'm going to bin off whatever it takes to achieve that. And that's not discipline, that's not particularly motivation, that's obsession as a whole. Hopefully that makes sense. And follow some more tips.